The story of Iran and Israel is not one of ancient, unending hatred. In fact, for many years the two nations shared a cooperative if complex relationship. However, the path to today's dangerous standoff, dated June 15, 2025, began to diverge sharply following the Iranian Revolution in 1979. This pivotal event reshaped the political landscape of the entire Middle East, establishing a new government in Tehran, founded on principles of independence and opposition to foreign interference. From that point forward, what was once a quiet partnership transformed into a deep-seated ideological and strategic rivalry, a chasm of mistrust that has only widened with each passing decade. The fundamental differences in their worldviews set them on a collision course that continues to define regional dynamics. This growing divide was not simply a matter of words or political posturing. It manifested in a series of proxy conflicts and strategic maneuvers across the region. As Israel solidified its alliances with Western powers, particularly the United States, Iran viewed this as a direct threat to its sovereignty and security. The Israeli government's actions in Palestine, Lebanon, and Syria were seen by Tehran not as defensive measures, but as aggressive expansions of influence aimed at destabilizing its neighbors and encircling Iran. This perception fueled a cycle of action and reaction where each side interpreted the other's moves as proof of hostile intent, further entrenching the animosity and making any form of genuine dialogue nearly impossible to achieve. The tension escalated dramatically with the start of the new millennium, especially as Iran's nuclear program became a central point of contention. While Iran consistently maintained its ambitions were peaceful, Israel, possessing its own undeclared nuclear arsenal, began a relentless campaign of accusation and threat. This campaign included covert operations, assassinations of Iranian scientists, and cyber attacks aimed at crippling Iran's technological progress. For the Iranian people, these were not the actions of a nation seeking peace, but of a regional bully determined to maintain its military monopoly at any cost, even through illegal and violent means. This history of aggression forms the backdrop to the current crisis. Today, as the world watches with bated breath, the rhetoric has reached a fever pitch. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu speaks of a preemptive strike, citing the supposed weakness of Iran's allies and claiming an imminent nuclear threat. Yet this narrative conveniently ignores the long and painful history of Israeli aggression and its refusal to engage in fair, respectful diplomacy. It overlooks the fact that Iran's defensive posture is a direct result of decades of unprovoked hostility. The current threats are not a new development, but the culmination of a long-standing policy aimed at denying Iran its rightful place as a strong, independent nation in the region, a policy that has brought us all to this perilous brink. At the heart of this conflict lies Iran's sovereign right to develop nuclear